Hello, welcome back to Dwarf Fortress Monday. We have our, I guess it's a bit of a ranch that's going in here at the moment. We've got the start of a warehouse, along with a carpenter shop that's building up a couple of things. Red Cat is in there, hard at work, making some barrels and chairs and beds. And we'll get our tavern set up here, or place to eat, basically, running here across the way this way. The still is still doing its thing, extracting from some plants. We can also brew drinks from plants, which we're going to do, put that on repeat as much as we can, to try to squeeze some seeds out of some things so we can get a farm started up here, which we can't yet. It should be not too much longer, though. I did set up Hyphos here to go and learn how to be a butcher, so we can get that going. And we've got the snake out there. He should go out and grab. I think he's sleeping at the butcher shop right now. And then we'll be set, I think. I'm not real concerned about food because we do have the fish. We do have a bit of a farm going on right now, so we'll be all right as far as I guess that's not butcherable. We'll be all right as far as food for now. Hopefully we'll get some farming up and we'll be good to go. First thing we should do, though, I've decided, first off, the glittery is clearly our god. It just makes sense, you know. We're a band of dwarves that have lost our minds. We hate it underground. We're going above ground. Who do we worship? The glittery, obviously, the god of dance. So that's who we that's our thing. Another thing is I need to get some walls set up before too long because we are in kind of a terrible place. Just basically right across the street, we've got Necromancer's Tower. We've got another one just down the road. Another one just down the road. Another one up in the just across the savannah. Another one over there in the Goblin Tower. Over that way. And there's a lot of artifacts there, too. Lots of undead around this area. And including a big town also. 3,000 humans over there in bear banners. So we're going to probably have some visitors probably pretty early. And I would like to get a defense. So I think what I want to do, I'm not sure. The whole restriction here is no underground digging. And so how do you get log, or how do you get stone out of that? And I think an open pit mine is the way to do it. We already have one sort of started up here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have them sort of just channel this thing out. And we're going to just get a big pit mine going this way. It'll take them a long time to get there. But anyone that has free time will come over here and start digging that thing. Clear those trees out also. And we can get some stones going. I'm not sure if we'll have enough stones to get a stone wall up, but if we get even just the first layer is stone and then wood above that, I think that would look pretty cool. Whenever we get something exciting looking, we can go and pull up Armok Vision and see our town and make it hopefully look a little prettier. I'm building a level, an upstairs level here to what's going to be the tavern. Right there. We'll get some logs in there. We'll put a floor up here, and that way we can put some chairs and tables and all that underground here. And we'll get a second story here. So I think what's going to happen is we'll have the first floor be beds or chairs and tables. Second story will be like a proper inn with beds and, doors and all that. But before we do that, we probably should get some houses. I have 7 dwarves at the moment. They're all busy at work. And I think I could probably, we'll see what I can get out of this, but I think I can probably get about 7 dwarves per house. The expedition leader, the mayor, whoever we get will, of course, have their own house. Anyone of importance will have their own house. But most of them, I think, will live in a standard little house. So let's see what I can get with the starting of a house. I'm just going to build it and see. We'll just see how many we can cram in there. I'm not going to plan it out too much other than just sort of building the thing. But let me see what I can get here. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to do something like this. I'll put a door here as soon as I can. But we'll have an entry area. Inside here we can have chair, tables. I want it to look like a house, We can have maybe a downstairs room. A couple folks can be there. We can go upstairs and we can have a whole second floor up there and fit maybe even more than 7 in here, actually, if we wanted to really cram them in. If I wanted to get, a decent number of, 10 of these things would give me 70 people in the fortress. I think I could easily do that, and to be, a rather nice. And each house is going to have probably a statue. I need to build some doors. Speaking of, no empty food storage. We don't have any more of those. Hey, make me some barrels, please. Some barrels out. Let's go ahead and put the door in. And we gotta make some doors, I suppose. Put a door right there. And put a bedroom door there. We can have an upstairs coming in here as well. This is going to be a more Sims style, I guess, Dwarf Fortress right now. Let's put the upstairs there, and then we'll come in and put a downstairs on top of it, and we can have this just be a big room up here as well and hold a bunch of folks in there. But yeah, we'll put a couple statues in so people can have look at things. One thing about dwarves and Dwarf Fortress in general is they like to look at painted walls or like decorative walls. We're not going to have that, and so we're going to have to figure out how to. What is that? What are you? A monitor lizard. We'll see how this goes. So they're going to have a lot of statues and things to look at, which is another reason why I'm going to get stone pulled up so we can craft some sort of stone things. And again, it'll be, open pit mine kind of thing. We will need to get a well as well. And I think I'm going to try to put it here in the middle. This seems to be sort of the center of town. We've got the inn. We'll have like a town hall kind of a thing, which we'll put probably either on this side or over on this side. And like the sheriff can be somewhere else, the jail, all that kind of stuff will be sort of in the center here. And we'll have a court, I suppose, somewhere around here. And we'll have the well in there and more statues. People can walk by. The main trade depot will be there as well. As far as the food goes, how are we doing? We do have some. We have some maize. Perfect. I'll grow some maize. We'll take some rice. Looks like we have a little bit of rye as well. So we'll start those up. How much of that stuff do we actually have, though? Where's my seeds? Seeds. We have 1, and 2 rye. The one I put down for 2. Oh, well, whatever. That's okay. That's good. That's good. We're making, my still is working. That's the butcher. Still is, where's my still at? Up here? Is, working. Keep on doing that. Brew those drinks, please, and squeeze out as much as you can get. And we'll see if we can get something set up here. I probably should go ahead and get some food plotted down in here as well. Let's go ahead and put a food area over here and get this thing set up. Okay, so I've got 2 separate stockpiles here. I've got the food one over here next to the distill, which is going to be, this is just food in this one. And then the one behind the stairs here is going to be just drinks. Let me go ahead and get in my table and chairs. Let's set the first ones in, I don't know, over here? Sure. Must be inside. Right. Let's go ahead and get that floor set up. And I'm just going to go ahead and cover all this with floor. As much as I can. Which is a little bit of it. Okay, that's fine. We'll get a little bit of flooring in there. Once that's done, we can expand it. And we'll put some tables and chairs in there. We'll put more walls up here, and we'll have our second story. Which is less important than having a room for our dwarves. Let's get a house built up. That's not my cat. That is the game. That is tame cats. Excellent. Okay, more flooring. Let's go ahead and floor this guy up as soon as we can. Once that stairwell gets done, we can do it. I'm going to work on this first, probably. And they're not working on that digging at all. Is there a lot of trees? Most of the central area has been cleared out. We got a lot of trees on the outside still. It's good. We're going to need it. We're going to need a lot of wood. I have the wood stockpile here already, but it is packed. And we probably need to even just grow this thing even more, actually. Let's go ahead and get them set up here, because this place is trashed. Let's get some more wood spots. Cover up that snake blood that's over there. We'll have to have center of town. I guess we'll have the inn. We'll have the town hall, right? We'll have the warehouse and the sheriff. And a hospital would go nice in the center of town here. Outside things can be like the craft lands. We'll figure out where that's going to be. Probably somewhere around here where the warehouse is. So they can all have access to this. Even like we could have multiple stories here of warehouse land. I just realized this. The last time I did like an above ground fort thing, I've done a few of these, was actually whenever I was actually my last proper let's play of this was an above ground fort. So it's okay. We're doing it again. No problem. Out of barrels again? All right. Well, we'll deal with that. We have our first plants have been added into the farm. Right there we have a little one patch of rice. Looks like Mobster is working on the second patch of I think was maize. So we'll have corn and rice. There we go. We got 2 patches of grass being grown in there. It's great. That's something. Anyway. Again, I don't think it's going to get real cold around here, so it's not going to be too much of an issue with things freezing and terribleness. But look at that tree. Lychee. Fancy. All my animals are stashed away, and we can always farm them, which I should probably go ahead and get a farmer's workshop. Go ahead and start it up here. Farmers is W. And let's go ahead and set him up over here somewhere. I'll just probably stash him right. I think I had plans for this thing. I'm going to put it over here, though. And we'll set up the farmer's shop. This is sort of my barn. All the animals. I may move them out around this way a little bit closer. More on the river, you know. They won't be able to really be defended. If I get attacked, I don't think I can defend that. I could probably put a wall outside, but I'm not sure. I don't want to have a giant wall. I want to have something that we can run back to if we get attacked and use as sort of a defense. Is my thinking. So put a couple floors down here and probably do it again, and we'll get this thing. Oops, this thing covered up here with some flooring, and we'll have our first level of a house. Then we'll get some more walls put in. And we'll have a second story up here. It'll take a little bit, but we'll get there. It's like a herd of elephants have made their way to our fort. I know better. We're going to leave them alone. Just let them pass. Hello, Mr. Elephant. Please be nice. We mean you no harm. Good eating, though, if we were brave enough for that. We are not. So they're just going to sort of mosey about. Look, they're scared already. Excellent. Or thirsty, something. That's fine. Just leave them alone. We'll be all right. Okay, so this is really ready to go. Let's go ahead and get I'm going to set my chairs, my tables in here now. It's now indoors, so we can set that up. Let's go ahead and put in a chair there. And let's go put planning mode on. We'll do a chair like that. And a chair. That'll work. And then a table. Set one there, and let's do something like 3 of them here. That actually isn't a bad spot. Cancel that guy. Okay, we'll put another chair in somewhere else, but we'll figure out a setup for my table and chairs, my tavern, and maybe we'll do like 6 things here. Actually, we can do it right now. Let's put a table in, and something like, when I get it built, something like that, and then a couple of chairs, like that, and then we'll do another setup of them. Over here. Like that. And then once we get them built, they'll come in. That's plenty for right now. I can do the same thing over here. Here's my plant. Well, it's not built yet. When that gets built, we'll set that up as well. When we get some doors, we'll put them in also and get some, doors around here. Which would be good to have. And then we got to start looking at... I'm concerned about getting attacked by things. I got a lot of remains laying around here. Look at all this. This is all just like hamster remains. I marked it to be dumped. Let me set up my garbage dump real quick. We'll just toss it in the river, I guess. It's fine. Just like set it there and make this our garbage dump. That's fine. It's just a river we drink from. Which way is it flowing? I think it's going this way. Is that a frog? I think it's flowing this way. So we put it over here, it'll flow away. It won't, but, sounds like it. Sounds good. Kitchen-wise, we are okay as far as food. We got, I do have some prickleberry seeds and some ratweed seeds now. So we'll be alright. I think I got these all planned out, though. Yep, they've all been planned. We could actually put another crop in here. Let's go ahead and get it set up before, well, just do it. And we'll put in the prickleberries there. And we'll be set up. That's almost done. Our second floor there is almost done. We'll put some walls up eventually. We won't get to that yet because we're not worried about visitors just yet. We're more concerned about elephants at the moment. And getting our house done and getting some rooms for these people. As soon as we get a little ways in, I will we'll go into Armog Vision and we can take a look at this thing. Well, once we get a little more pretty. I don't want to show it off just yet because it's not the most pretty just yet. But we'll get there. Not quite complete yet, but let me give you a tour of the house. So you'll come in at the door, and I've got a chair, a table. There's also a stockpile. Food and drinks going to have its own stockpile. Ooh. We got company. All right. More migrants. Excellent. We've got a food and a drink separate stockpiles in the house. I'll have a couple statues in here as well. The room to the right is going to be 1 bedroom. We'll have probably a couple dressers and a couple chests in there for those 2. And then upstairs, we're going to have another set. Probably I might put some more... walls in here as well to separate maybe a couple different rooms for that group. All the new migrants have shown up. They are... Who's all here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 new folks so far anyway, and probably some. That might be it. Looks like it might be it. Just the 5. We are kind of a ways away from our homeland, right? We are up this way, and our homeland is way down here. So, I think there's 1 over on this side. But we'll see how that affects, if it does affect our migrants coming in. I think the first couple are programmed in. But anyway, let's meet our new dwarves. Seem to be a farming bunch today. We got Big Dog, New Haven, Cashman, Hewitt, and Randall. Randall the peasant have joined us. They're all farmers except for Randall, who's a peasant. Are you young, Randall? What's wrong with you? Play with my pet. I feel fond. Married to Cashman. Oh, well, there you go. Has 1 child. Ubuk. Never mind. You're 38 years old. That seems pretty young. All right. So we'll take a look at. Actually, let me pull up the dwarf therapist. This might work out quite well. I was thinking about doing each house for the dwarves by the migration wave. And if they stay small like this, it'll be easily done. We have 1 with 7, 1 with 5. You know, might work out okay. As far as skills, none of them are really too skilled in anything. We have looks like Big Dog is good at farming, which that may be their job. I had Mobster on it, but Mobster is doing a fine job of plant gathering, level 6 already. Hewitt looks like they're good at plant gathering as well. And New Haven is my miller, which we may be needing. Cashman also shears, or does the shearing, I mean, and New Haven also spins. Other than that, not much. A little beekeeping in there, and that's about it. Anybody good at military things? Oh, Cashman knows how to handle an axe and a sword. Cashman, you, I think, are going to be military, man. Are you you having some endurance? You got some strength? I think, yeah. I think Cashman has just volunteered for military duty. What was you're good at, just the shearing, but yeah. Cashman, congratulations, buddy. You are now assigned to a squad, the Eviscerators of Brass. I'll get you a weapon and armor, and we'll have now 2 in the squad to help defend us. Right now, we're not going to do any training or anything like just yet, but we'll slowly work that up to have a bit of a squad here. Those that know how to fight. A couple doors are coming in the house now. A couple beds are in there. Waiting for that wall to come in, and we will go ahead and put in another wall right here. I can't put one there just yet, just to make sure they don't get cut off. I might do a wall there, and then there. And so we'll have 2 separate rooms here. I think that's what I want to do, because we can put in a couple more beds, and then probably 3 beds up, maybe even 4 beds up here. And we could really fill this thing with some dwarves. I might as well use it. I have limited space. We could always go a 3rd story if we really wanted to go more, which might be the way to do this. Like we can plan for 5 to 7 or whatever in each room, and then once the fort grows, we can just add another level onto the place. The elephants are checking out the pit mine, which is not being pit mined just yet. Oh yeah, animals. What do we got here? Any new animals? That's good. Ooh, a good thing to look at here. We've got a couple bunnies. Excellent. We'll eat them. We have a horse. Some cats. We'll let them go and do the thing. And that's all we got. Someone brought some bunnies, and that's it. Okay. Any belong to anybody? Looks like Nowak has a cat. Big Dog brought a kitten with him. Randall got a bunny, and Cashman got a bunny. All right. No one really is anybody fishing at the moment? I don't. Someone needs to be a fisherman. I think maybe that's going to be Randall's job. He didn't really do anything. He's not skilled at anything. So Randall, congratulations. You've just been promoted to fisherman. Did I miss it? Fishing. Yeah, you're going to do all that stuff. And let me get you a fishing workshop. I'm going to go ahead and set that up down here. Is a fishing spot. It's this whole area here. Who is fishing? Oh, Randall. Look at that. Randall's fishing. Okay, let's go ahead and build up a fishing workshop. Fishery. Let's set it right in here. I'll put a food stockpile so we can toss all his fish in there. We'll keep it organized, and I'll have it set up properly, you know. Farmer's workshop is ready to go. We can process plants and do all that as we need it. I think it automatically does it. I'll check that in a minute. And we'll check on... Oh, here we go. Here we go. We'll finish that thing off. Right there. And let's put in some beds. So we have 2 downstairs. We can have... I'd like to have a little bit of space so they can have a space for a... Oh, I need a roof, don't I? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This should have been up, down, to stair. Can I put... 1 second. Okay, so I stuck a little scaffold on the outside so we can get these floors thrown in here quickly. And we'll have our first house. Our first completed building, I suppose. I don't have a roof on this thing yet. All my stocks are getting dumped on. I do have the stairs over here. While they're building that, let me go mess with this real quick, and we can build I'm just gonna do an up-down stair because it's just easier to deal with. And I'm gonna put one there, and then we can have a second level there for all of our stockpiles. We're gonna need a lot of stockpile room. I need to get a craft spot. As I mentioned this, I looked around for some honeybees. I didn't see any of those. I saw lots of termites. And, oh, there's honeybees. Never mind. Never mind. We'll make some honeybees eventually. Glad to see those. Let me just put in... Let's do like a little alleyway here. Like this. And we'll set up our first... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. Whoops. Like this thing with something like this, and then not sure how do we want to do this. Let me think about it. We'll let this thing figure it out, plan it out. Oh, is it done? It is done. Okay, perfect. Let's deal with this while I think about where I'm gonna put my craft stuff. So we'll put our bed down, a bed there, and I think I should have enough for what we've got so far. I can put a bed here, there, and there, and yeah, they can share their spots where they put their chests and things, which we should probably get to making. I've got 5 new dwarves I'm gonna have to get in here now, so we gotta stay ahead of this. Let me get a couple of chests and a couple of cabinets, and then a few more beds. And then we'll have to get house number 2. I'm just gonna stick it probably right next to this one, and we'll see if we can get it set up. Doesn't have to be identical. We'll just get it set up so that people have a place to sleep. Did somebody bring it? Is that that's a cat, isn't it? That's a cat. Is that Big Dog's cat? Who is that? That's Noak's cat, I guess. Because he sure is following everyone around. We'll put in a, here, let's get the craft stuff set up real quick. Taking over a little bit of my animal land. I'm going to put my carpenter, I think, in here. And that way he can be right next to the wood, also next to the stockpile. I think it'll work best. Let's go ahead and put a door in like there, and we'll put a front door like right there. And we'll put the shop in here. I've already got a carpenter's workshop. We'll put another one in. We'll replace that one and stick this guy over here. And that way he's got access to that. He can run across here, dump off his supplies, whatever, things that he makes. And yeah, I think that'll be a good spot for a shop. My animals I do want to move, though. So I got them set up around here. I think I kind of want to move it to where it wraps around this way. It's nothing urgent at the moment, but we'll leave it how it is. Keep an eye on them. If they start running out of food or whatever, we'll have to mess with that. Oh, yeah. Creature in the way. Get out of the way, you bunnies. There we go. I added this one up here as well for like a crafts dwarf shop. Or leatherwork, something I'll put up there. Probably do crafts dwarf for right now because I don't have any stone yet. So we'll go ahead and get this guy set in here. And right there. A leather shop probably would be a good idea. Also, anything others elephants still around? Just an owl. A leather worker shop might be nice to have. Also, we have the butcher, who's not doing much. We have the farmer, who's not doing much either. But the butcher, we can start making some leather gear eventually. Is that Randall? Yeah, Randall's over there working. Randall, do me a favor real quick, buddy. Why don't you go and stop fishing for a moment? Is that what you want? No, stop fishing, and then you go into architecture, and you'll build that. I need someone to make this fishery here. Any fishing? I think that's it. He's busy fishing rather than building, so he'd rather fish than build. Understandable. The house is completely done, though. Excellent. Excellent. I think I probably should have some containers. Like I said, a couple chests in here. I'll put a couple of these chests in. I may not do all of them just yet. But we'll throw a chest or two. There we go. And then we'll put in a couple of no cabinets yet. We'll put some cabinets in a minute. A couple cabinets in there. Maybe a cabinet and a chest. They can share, you know. It's not the worst. If we get to the point where we can start affording having more things, we'll put more things in. But right now, we don't have time for that. Let me get another house thrown in here real quick. This will be a 2-story also. We'll have the entryway here. Walk across here. Here's one of the bedrooms. We'll have, same thing, we'll have a chair and table and some stockpiles. I should probably make some more chairs and tables as soon as we can. Is that one done yet? Not yet. We need a carpenter to come work on that, which he's busy right now. Go ahead. When you're done with that, make me some chairs and some more tables. We can get our inn done. And did you ever make that thing? Oh, we did. Excellent. So, yeah, you do your job, buddy. You know what you're supposed to be doing. Where is he? Randall. Go back and do your fishing stuff again, buddy. Okay. We're all kind of relying on you. We don't have a ton of supplies, and we do actually have quite a bit of food we've sort of scrounged up. And some prickleberry seeds, which I haven't marked in there yet. We got some rum. Plenty fine on there. We got a lot of chinchilla meat, which we brought with us. And let's go ahead and make sure that this farm spot is set. Looks like we got some stuff out of the ground already. Prickleberries. And the still is still doing its thing. Nope. Just do that for now. Well, maybe not. It'll get there. Are we eating all our stuff? Oh, you know what we're probably doing? We're probably growing it, but we're not. Yeah, we've got a lot of rye that we can brew. Huh. A lot of taro. Some plum ups are still hanging around here, so we'll be all right. Maize plants, which we can we not eat maize? I guess we can't cook it. We can just brew it. It's fine. That's a drink. Oh, my thing's done. Let's get my door in here, and let's go. And I think I'm just gonna do the same thing before. I'll just put this on the outside, probably of most of the buildings, because it just makes it easier to deal with. And we'll set up a actually, I'll just do up downstairs. That's just much easier. Not quite as pretty, much easier to deal with though. And then we can put in the flooring all around there and get that second house set up, so our second group of people can have housing. And we never got that mine done, did we? No one's really doing any mining. They're all busy doing other things, which is fine. Last thing I want to do here, though, before we go, I want to go and set up my nobles. So let's deal with that real quick. So most of this is all run by Hyphos. He seems to be doing everything. He's the one I put in there who has the skill in appraisal and judge of intent, all that kind of stuff. That's Hyphos' job. He's the paperwork man. We do have Greymeister as our dwarf, or as our chief medical dwarf, and Viglundir is our militia commander. He's got a little bit of skill in training that, in fighting. Him and who was the other guy? New Haven? Is that who it was? Can handle that. The Sheriff and Hammer, I'm going to leave that blank for a bit until we get to that point. I'm not quite there yet, but let's put in a floor and start this house number 2 up. Maybe I should do the flooring afterwards. Let's go upstairs, though, and put in a floor up here. And we'll get this place. Oh, I'm out of coffee logs. And get this place floored up. And we can get at least our first floor done. And then our second floor we can do because we've got the up-down stair. I may just do up-down stair on everything, because that way if I need to add another level of this, I can do it just fine. Again, not quite as pretty, but, you know, it works. When we go into Armok Vision, it doesn't quite look as pretty either. But it's alright, I guess. Got the bar now, I just saw flying by there. And other than that, I think we're set up. How's those tables and chairs coming? Is this one done yet? Carpenter? He's busy. Who's doing nothing? Mobster. Mobster, you're really good at... Aren't you my plant picker-upper? Right. Mobster. Yeah, plant gatherer man. Did you gather every plant out there? I don't believe it. This is your whole job, buddy. Just grab those plants. Lots of plants to grab. Don't ever stop. It's your whole goal in life is to mop up those plants. Sorry. Okay, so that's done. We'll have to get some walls set up there, but for now we can go ahead and put in a couple beds. And I think we'll do the same thing as before. I can probably put 3 beds down here now. There we go. We'll put in the table and chairs, which I think I'll set over on... I want a statue right at the front. So we'll put a chair. We'll put a table there. And then I'm going to get my stockpile set up also. Same thing. We'll probably put them over there. food and drink stockpile. So every house will have a stockpile of food and drink. This is my drinks right over here. This is all full of drinks, and then this is the food. And the fishermen should be doing a bit more of that. I don't have a kitchen, do I? What's going to go over there? Let's go put a kitchen in. What's kitchen Z? Yeah. And throw it down right there. And we can start getting some things cooked. And there we go. I think this is a good place to call it a day. So let's call it a day today. We managed to get people in houses. And I think we have just enough. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we have just enough to get everyone in beds. I should make these bedrooms. Let's go ahead and do that. Do I want the whole thing to be a bedroom? I think I do. That. Yeah. And then same thing for you. We make all these bedrooms here. I'm actually not sure if I want this to be... I changed it to this. Is it okay to have them all take over the whole place? Or do they not want to share? I'm not sure how that works. I've never tried that before. Like for this one, do I want to have it set up to where he can have, like he takes all of this and he can take all of this? Do I want like that? Or do I want it to where it's more like separate? I don't know. I guess let's try it. This house will be all. And we'll see what it does. Because this will count as if they all have chests. But will they share? I don't know. We'll see if dwarves go sleep in there and if they complain or whatever. If one dwarf goes in there and thinks it's all his, well, I guess we'll know. We should be able to see who owns it eventually. Right now, nobody owns it. But it should show up. I hope. So, anyway. Let's call it a day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.